finding ways to stay active at home. And for one fitness studio, online dance parties are bringing people together. 808 studio owner Sofia Coyiuto explains how the fitness industry adapts to the new normal. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, Sofia. I'm seeing a lot of my friends doing a lot of this fitness challenges and working out at home. Are they now adapting to the new normal, or are they still looking to go to the gym?
Hi, Rika. First of all, thank you so much for having me. I think what we've noticed is that people have actually started adapting to the new normal really quickly. But then the interesting thing we see is that although people have the choice of working out on their own by themselves at home, people still choose to work out where they can feel the community aspect. So that's why Zoom workouts, group workouts on Zoom have become really popular. And that's why for 808 Studio, that's what we offer as well.
Community Zoom workouts at home. That's why you've basically offered a very unique type of service called dance fitness parties with exclusive DJ mixes.
Yeah. So for people who don't know who we are a very new studio. We are Manila's first dance fitness studio as a live DJ. So obviously right now that we have to stay home, we can't offer that. We don't have our live DJs in class, but we do have our 808 DJs create exclusive mixes for our classes. So besides dance, we also incorporate HIIT and toning to really give that full body workout.
You were supposed to have your grand opening earlier this year, Sofia.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the community quarantines locked you out. So you really have to make adjustments to your business.
Yeah. Well, what happened was 808 has been in the works for over a year now, actually.
It was your thesis at NYU.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I worked on at NYU. And then when we were about to open in March in Podium, on the day of our soft opening, that's when we saw an increase of cases in Manila. And that's why it was a very hard decision to close down that day, but it was the right decision. But what was interesting during that time is when the quarantine started, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but I can see the video of Jelly over there, that's when TikTok became really popular. So suddenly people were posting dance videos on a daily basis. So that just really cemented our resolve that people just really love dancing. And people need dancing right now because it gives them so much joy in their lives, especially today.
I know you, Sofia, you are really in the film and advertising industry. What made you shift your interest into fitness?
Well, yes, as I said, my background is actually really in film and TV and advertising, but I'm just really passionate about dance. And I felt like in the Philippines, there was a space in the market because we either had dance studios that really catered to professional or highly skilled dancers, or we had dance fitness classes that were more catered to gyms, but they were mostly like extra classes and they weren't a priority. So there wasn't a space for people like me who really love dancing but isn't a professional dancer to go and just have fun.
And it's really important to note that your advocacy, Sofia, is of equality, women empowerment, mental health, and wellness.
I think in terms of mental health and wellness, that just comes very naturally to us, given we are a dance fitness studio. And what we hear from people all the time is that dance gives them so much joy. So I think it has something to do with the freedom of movement, the freedom of expression, just being able to move freely. And in terms of women empowerment, we are a big supporter, especially of our young leaders today. And that's why actually recently we partnered with the Department of Education to provide free classes for teachers, and because they are the people responsible for educating our young leaders of today. And that's why we wanted to make sure we were doing our part in helping them out in terms of making sure they are mentally and physically okay.
And your workouts are not only for adults, but for kids as well.
Yes, so actually that's what we realized during the start of the quarantine. We didn't exactly plan for this, but then we realized, wait, kids are also stuck at home, not just their parents. And they aren't able to be as active as they would be if they were to go outside. And so that's why we started 808 Kids, which is a class exclusively for children. And we wanted to make sure they had fun, but also improve their mobility and agility and coordination. And we plan really fun dance fitness parties for them. For example, last week we actually had a Disney princess party for the kids. So, and they dressed up in their different costumes. So that was really fun.
Fun indeed. The new normal for fitness, working out from home. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. Sofia Coyiuto, the owner of the 808